And laugh. The most interesting thing I've ever done in life is hone my skill on being an asshole from the time I was a kid till now. The irony to it is, we always hear about being an asshole is not the greatest thing to do or greatest thing to be. But the sad part about that is, sometimes being an asshole is very beneficial to you personally, despite the fact that a lot of people around you might be hurt emotionally, mentally, and or physically by you being an asshole. A lot of times it's actually very great to be an asshole. And the sad part about that is you don't even have to physically be an asshole. You can actually verbally be an asshole and actually psychologically destroy somebody, or you could pretty much be an asshole and make people not do something or not want to bother you for all intents purposes. So I mean, I don't ever condone being an asshole, but this is coming from a person that's an asshole himself, and I will admit that. And the sad part about that is there's a lot of benefits to being an asshole. And what a lot of people fail to miss a lot on being an asshole is the fact that if you're it lowers your stress for all intents and purposes. If you're an asshole, especially if you can actually have the sadist mentality with that go with it, it actually lowers your stress. And the neat thing about lowering your stress is if your stress is lower, you live a longer life. And the sad part about being an asshole is it's all about like strategy, and it's all about how you deploy it, when you deploy it, whenever you can deploy it to actually be an asshole. And typically, I'm probably one of the biggest assholes that anybody would ever meet in the whole entire world. If not, I'm probably the biggest asshole you'll ever meet in the whole entire world. And typically, what I mean by that is it's all about my approach to life because I have this devil may care attitude. And a lot of times, I have this thing where I'll play stupid just so I can actually egg somebody on so they can think that they're smarter than me, which is typically how it works. It's kind of like that one Sun Tzu quote. It's kind of like the one Sun Tzu quote where he says, "Appear weak when you're strong, and appear strong when you're weak." I never have to follow the second parable for the second half of that parable for the fact that I'm very rarely weak unless I'm in like a sickened state or if I'm incapacitated or anything along the lines of that. I've never really been weak in any situation for all intents and purposes. Um, I've always kept a sharp mind and I've always kept myself sharp. Being an asshole is very beneficial to you, emotion wise and stress wise, because you can actually lower your stress by being an asshole. What's up, Mr. Forma? Um, how you doing today? The neat thing about it is, like, I always talk about various things, and I always talk about like incidents that I always get into with cops and stuff like that, where I get the most dickish asshole cop, and I never really finish it off with what my response to that actual cop. And typically, how it works is like when most of the times I get the best cops in the world. They're very nice to me. They're very accommodating. You know, even though it's my fucking fault, they're very accommodating. But when I don't do anything wrong, I get the most dickish cops in the whole entire world. What's up, Seeker? And the problem with getting the most dickish cops in the world is sometimes you got to put that cop in his place. Now, here's the thing that people don't know about me when I get a dick ass cop. I don't really talk about it too often. Um, but the moment I realize that a cop is going to be a dick, I turn around and be a dick back to that cop. Now, I've had cops that done multiple. I've had incidents where it went multiple ways. Where like a cop walked up to me, and I was nice to him, and he was being a dick. So I turned on my assholeness, and then he pretty much backed down, and it's like, okay, yeah, you know, I'm not gonna fuck with this anymore. And I actually had a cop actually one time who was actually being a dick, pull a gun out on me, and I go, oh yeah, that's so brave. Let me tell you. Oh, I'm so scared. Ooh, you got your gun in my face. Let me tell you. And I was being an asshole. Oh, such a big man. Oh my God, you're so intimidating. Let me tell you. And I was being such an asshole. I was like, he goes, I will pull this trigger on you. I go, oh yeah, that's gonna look real smart on your body cam, you dumbass. It's like that's, you're gonna look like an embarrassing retard if you pull your trigger on me and I ain't do anything wrong to you and you started this whole entire thing with a fucking attitude. How's that gonna look on your fucking record, you retard? And that's exactly what I said to him. And the cop And the cop just looked at me and his partner goes, just chill, just chill. He got the point there. Just chill, just chill. So they gave me my ticket and I went on about my merry way. And the sad part about that, being an asshole in that situation probably could have got me killed, but it's all about the psychology of the other person on the other side of your assholeness. If you can actually read somebody properly, you pretty much already know if they're going to shoot you or not, and it is what it is. You can pretty much know how they're going to respond to you because like I'm a dick. I'm a very big dick. And the sad part about that, the people will say to you, "Well, if you're an asshole, that means you got a small dick." No, I actually got a very big dick. Hate to break it to you. I don't always talk about it, but I do, and it's just the fact of the matter is, I swing it whenever I need to for all intents and purposes. I got some kahunas, and I'm willing to actually test the limits and push limits further than most other human beings will ever push limits. And the sad part about that is by doing this, it actually makes me feel better about myself because I'm not stressed and I'm always happy. And I get to be a dick to somebody, which actually plays into my sadism, uh, when it comes down to it. So I actually feel really, really good about myself and it feels really good when I do it. Like, and the sad part about that, being a dick can benefit you immensely in any situation, almost any situation. There are certain situations where sometimes being a dick won't plan out in your favor. However, being a dick in a relationship pretty much pans out in your favor. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't give a damn who she is. If you're a dick in your relationship to a woman, it's going to pan out in your favor for all intents and purposes greatly. What's up? What's up? America's Deville. Um, it's going to always pan out in your it's always going to pan out for you greatly for all intents and purposes for the fact that when it comes down to it, it's one of those things where like it's all about yourself. You got to worry about yourself and yourself only. And the sad part about that is if you can't be happy by yourself, you got to create ways to make yourself happy. And if you can't do that, your life is really going to suck. Your life is going to be full of turmoil or stress. It's typically how that works. And the neat thing about that is the minute you can actually be an asshole and do it in a way where like you can actually get over on somebody or be an asshole and do it in a way where you can diffuse a situation or make a person back down or make a person kick you out of a server and or make a person quit, it typically makes you feel good about yourself, and it's typically what it really is. It's all about feeling good, like because I'm not going to back down from this shit, and I'm not leaving. You gonna have to put me the fuck out, and this is exactly how I feel about any damn thing that anybody wants to do. Like, nigga, you have to put me the fuck out. I'm not leaving, nigga. You have to put me the fuck out. Fuck you. And that's typically how I feel about shit. And the sad part about that, the more I get into it, the more I feel good. The more I feed off of it, the more I feel good about myself. Because you gotta take consideration too. If you look at my flags, I'm cocky because I'm a Jamaican, and I have machismo because I'm a Latino. It's just that simple. So that assholeness actually plays into both those cultures within me to actually make it feel good for all intents and purposes. Because I'm not an asshole all the time, but when I am, I really am. Like a good example of that is I always talk about being kicked off of dating apps. Now I've been kicked off of as of today. I've been kicked off of 12 dating apps. Um, And the sad part about that, you can tell I don't care that being kicked off of dating apps by the way I laugh about it because I find it very funny that I'm getting kicked off of dating apps. And that's typically how it is. And the sad part about that is you got to pretty much approach life. You pretty much got to approach life that way. That's how you got to look at life from here on out. The sad part about that, most men don't learn how to do this properly, and most men don't learn how to do this, or they're told that it's wrong, or you might offend a woman, or you might hurt a female's fifis and stuff like that. When in fact, you shouldn't even care about her fucking fifis. Her fifis don't matter. Despite the fact that I said in a once video that feelings beat out facts for all intents and purposes, being an asshole beats out a female's feelings, and it's very funny. It's very funny when I actually say it that way, but it does. Hell, being an asshole actually beats out a bitch nigga's feelings for all intents and purposes. Because like it don't matter how emotionally you get up in yourself. I'm always going to be an asshole to you. The more you get up into your feelings for all intents and purposes. And the sad part about that is, I never bring emotion into it, and I'm always using using my head when I'm doing it. So it's nothing more than a strategic move anytime I actually deploy being an asshole to somebody. And it's typically how that works. What's up, Maga Man? What's up, A Manly Load? What's up, Americans? What's up, Seeker? What's up, Mr. Forma? And whoever else rolled up in this bitch. Um, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, and it's pretty much how I pretty much regulate my life and the things around me for all intents and purposes. And the sad part about that is I'm willing to go further than any other human being when it comes down to it, because I was raised to always push the limits or test the limits, no matter how dangerous the situation is, no matter how dire the situation is. I'm always going to push the boundaries and test my limits, because testing limits is all about knowing your boundaries and knowing what you're willing to accept and what you're really not accept, and learning more about yourself while doing so. And the sad part about that is, if you do that enough, you tend to learn more about yourself, and you're able to like know your deepest darkest fears, your deepest darkest secrets, your deepest darkest happiness, and anything in between for all intents and purposes. And the sad part about that is, when you actually able to pull it off, you're able to do shit like, a good example of that is, if you've ever met me, my phone only rings for several reasons. If it's a friend, it's a family member, or if um if my children does something at school wrong, or if it's like, friend family or school for all intents and purposes. Not one person has ever called me if I owed a bill, or if the IRS has never called me. Bill collectors don't call me, scammers don't call me. Um, like, only people that really call me are family members, friends, both text messages and both family members, friends, and the school for all intents and purposes. And the sad part about that is, because I'm such an asshole, it's one of those things where I can actually parlay into that into like actually benefiting me. I remember the one time this one person called me with a zombie that wasn't even me. It was the wrong person, and they called the wrong person, and they kept on harassing me, and they kept on threatening to send me to jail and stuff like that. And I simply told him, "How about you come out to my house and I'll whoop your ass, and we can talk about this debt as I'm dragging your ass across my damn yard." It's technically what I told him. You can't talk to me like, "Yes, I just did. I just did, motherfucker. I just did." And that's technically what I told him on the phone. He goes, "Do you know this is being recorded?" I don't give a fuck, nigga. I just don't give a fuck. I'm not black. You're a nigger in my book. You keep calling me and bugging me about some dumb shit. So he goes, "Well, you need to settle this debt. It's not my fucking debt. You need to go play in traffic, and you probably go hang yourself." Exactly what I told him on the phone. You should go hang yourself. And post it on like a string so I can laugh at you hanging yourself as a little bit of life goes out of your body. Are you going to talk to me like this? I can, and I will, and I just did. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm not. I feel very good about this shit right now. And this conversation went on for a while, to the point where the guy just hung up on me. And the sad part about that is, I was off that day from work, so I kept on calling the person back. I called the person back like 20 times that day just to harass him. "Oh, how's it feel? How's it feel for me to call you back? It doesn't feel so good when I call you back." He hung up on me. I called him back again. "Oh, it's me again. How you doing, little bitch nigga? You hung up on me last time. How you feel? How you feel? How you feel?" And he hung up on me again. So I called him back again. It got so bad that that company blocked me from their whole entire fucking call list, because I was being a dick that day, and I was off and I had time. And I'm a dick like that, and I enjoy shit like that, and I enjoy harassing people that didn't want to harass me. And the sad part about that is, I get so much vitriol from it, and I get so much fun out of doing it. I've actually done it to the IRS, and they got me on a do not call list. So if I ever owe the IRS, they don't call me. They just send me a letter saying, "We're not even going to call you. No, we don't need no more correspondence other than a letter. Just pay us whenever you can." That's literally the letter that they sent me the one time. The sad part about that is, they they sent me something, and it was wrong, and I knew it was wrong. And they said, "Oh, you owe this much money." And I go, "No, the fuck I don't. No, the fuck I don't. Sir, can you not cuss me out? You're a fucking dumbass. Check your fucking records and do it fucking right, or I'm about to come over there. I'm about to beat your ass at your office." Sir, I'm the IRS. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck if you're the president of another country or the United States. If you don't correct this shit, I will beat your fucking ass. And that's exactly what I told him on the phone. He goes, "Sir, you know this is being recorded." I don't give a fuck. Correct your shit, or I'm gonna beat your ass at your office. And that's exactly what I told him. And he just got quiet. He goes, "I can't believe you're talking to me like this." I can't believe you can't believe I'm talking to you like this. And the sad part about that is this exchange went on for a while to the point where his supervisor talked to me and he tried to calm me down. I go, I don't give a fuck if you're the supervisor or what. You can get your ass punched for defending this little faggot over here. And that's suddenly what I told him on the thing, and it was so bad that like they said, sir, we're just gonna look into this. We're gonna try to fix this. We're gonna do this. They sent me a letter saying, sir, you don't owe anything. This, that, and the other. This, that, and the other. I'm sorry to bother you. And it's a letter that I framed and I have up on my wall that says, sir, you don't owe anything. We're sorry to bother you. This, that, and the other. And the sad part about that is I get a kick out of doing that. It's just fun. It's fucking fun. And the sad part about that, I don't give a damn who you are from any walk of life. I've made judges cry on the stand. I've had judges recuse themselves from a case. I've had lawyers cry. I've had doctors I belittle doctors. I belittle surgeons. I've made doctors remove themselves from surgical cases. I've had supervisors cry in their office. I've had HR cry. I don't give a fuck who you are. It just doesn't matter who you are. If you're going to be an asshole to me, I'm going to be an asshole to you. And if I think you're being an asshole for no fucking reason, just know my level of assholeness will far trump your level of assholeness. It doesn't fucking matter. And the sad part about that, I always said, look, if Tony Stark was a real dude, I would make that nigga blush. That's how much of an asshole I am. If Tony Stark was a real man, I would make him blush. And the sad part about that is that's typically the type of human being I am. And if you're going to push my buttons, just know I'm going to push yours. I've once told a judge, point blank in a courtroom, you're being an asshole right now. You should probably do your job properly. What do you think your mom would think of you? He said to me, and I quote, well, I don't think my mom would think anything because she passed away. I responded, it's probably your fault that she killed herself because she wanted to get away from you anyway. Everybody in the courtroom goes, ooh. I go, yeah, I said it. Don't look at me like that. I said it. I said it, nigga. I said it. And the sad part about that, the judge actually took a recess. We came back. The judge didn't want to see me anymore, and he recused himself from the case, and he gave me another judge. And the sad part about that, it was so bad that I went through 4 judges before an actual judge actually seen me. They actually read what I said in court, and they said, you know what, I'm not going to fuck with that. That's not me. I'll pass it off to somebody else. And my case kept on getting pushed back. It took like 4 years for my case to actually go through, for a judge to actually sit on a bench and want to be on the other side of what he's about to receive or she's about to receive. And the sad part about that is they had women judges just cry off the stage. I had a woman judge just get up, cry, and quit. Like, I don't care. I don't care. If you're going to be an asshole, I'm going to be an even bigger asshole. And she just got up off the stage and she literally quit her job on the spot. Like, I don't give a fuck how you feel or what you got going on. You're supposed to be a professional. The more you're professional you are, the more professional I'll be. The more of an asshole you are, the more of an asshole I'm going to be. And I don't respect you because, quite frankly, I'm just some normal human being. I don't have to respect you if you're going to be a dickhead. And that's typically how I feel about anybody in life. I'm going to be a dickhead, and you're going to have to suck it up or like it or quit. That's typically how it is. Because I don't fold under pressure. Well, I can arrest you. I don't give a damn. All you're doing is send me to the Hilton. And that's technically what I tell judges. Well, I'm gonna have you put in jail. How you like them apples? I go, oh, that sounds like it's great. Thanks. Don't threaten me with a good time. All you're doing is sending me to the Hilton. Well, it's not the Hilton. It's a jail. I go, comparative to a third world country, it's the motherfucking Hilton. Suck it up and learn from this shit. Learn from this experience and maybe fix your correctional system. Maybe motherfuckers don't want to go back to jail in your correctional system. Because I look at it like this: if I go to jail in a third world country, a nigga's probably chained to a pole in the middle of a courtyard. If I go to a jail in America, I got cable, I got food, I got 3 hots in a cot. I can go work, exercise if I want to. I can disrespect anybody I want to, and I can go to fucking sleep all I want to. And it's all paid for by your dumbass people who decide to put your ass in office to actually pay taxes for your dumbasses. And what? And they just look at me like nothing I can do to this nigga. Like, there's nothing I can really do to this nigga. And I hold everybody accountable for their shit. Like, you want to threaten me with a good time? You want to send me to Hilton? Like, come on now. Like I said, I once actually disrespected a cop in Jamaica. He goes to me. I was speeding a little bit. I will admit I was speeding, but it wasn't enough to actually warrant his response. So this motherfucker, thinking that I wasn't from Jamaica, decided to tell me, well, if you pay me $60, I will let you off with a warning and you can go on about your merry way. Or I'm gonna give you this ticket. I told him you can kiss my fucking ass and just give me the fucking ticket. This nigga took me to jail. My uncle just looked at me like I cannot believe this nigga just said that shit to the Jamaican police officer. And they literally took me to jail. I remember I was chilling there in the courtyard. One my right leg chained to the pole. I mean, my right arm chained to the pole, my left leg chained to that pole. And I was literally just walking around the pole, just being simple the whole entire time. It's like they were literally trying to break me, and they didn't break me. And I was sitting there walking around the whole damn pole, just just laughing and singing and having fun. Because that's typically the type of person I am for all intents and purposes. Because I remember there was a time, I think I told Double I about this the one time, and I think I mentioned this in the live stream where I go, this one time I was at boot camp, and I was laughing so hysterically at the sergeant, the drill instructor, that he got mad and made me run with a sack full of rocks and an M16 full of cement, knees to chest on asphalt. So we got there and I started doing the thing and I started laughing so hysterically while I was doing it. And he goes, "What's so funny, Rios?" I go, "Sir, with all due respect, I bet you any money if you're on that ridge right there and you're looking down at me, you would laugh your fucking ass off at the fact that I'm running here with a cement full, 36 M16s full of cement and a sack full of rocks, sir." And I'm sitting there busting out laughing, and he just looks at me and he's like, "I don't understand. What the fuck is your problem? What the fuck is your problem, Rios?" I go, "I'm just keeping it 100, sir." And I'm sitting there laughing while I'm doing it. And it was like one of the funniest things in the world where and it was one of the funniest things in the world. And it was one of those days where you actually you either have to or you either earn a newfound respect for me or you try to figure out new ways to probably try to dick me around. And it usually doesn't work too often in people's favor when they do that for all intents and purposes. And I've always been like that. And the sad part about that, if you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. If you're a dick to me, I'm a huge dick to you. And I will swing my dick at you. For all intents and purposes, that's pretty much how it is. It's pretty much how it is. I don't give a damn if I'm in your country, my country, another country, uh, a third world country. I'm going to be a dick to you. And that's typically how everything is. Because I've always said, I'll treat you, because I follow the adage from the Bible, treat others as you want to be treated yourself. And I believe in an eye for an eye. I really do believe in an eye for an eye. So if you're going to be a dick to me, I'm going to be a dick to you. And I'm going to up the ante every single time you open your mouth to try to be a dick. And you're going to realize that your level of dickness is nowhere close to my level of dickness. And my dick's so damn big, I'm willing to smack you in the fucking face with it like it's a fucking porno. That's typically how I feel about when I'm being a dick. I'm willing to pull my dick out and slap you in your face with it. I'm willing to go that fucking far because I'm that fucking disrespectful. And that's typically how I feel about anybody and everybody who wants to be a dick to me. And people don't seem to get that or understand that about me. And they learn the hard way that I'm not backing down from this shit. This shit's going to go on for however long I need it to go on. And you're going to have to either do something about it or address this shit, or you're going to have to suck it up and take it like a bitch. That's typically how I feel. Like, you're going to have to be the catcher, bitch, and you're going to have to take this dick like a bitch. That's definitely how I feel about it. And it's like, that's pretty much my whole entire mentality on everything when you're being a dick or you're being stupid. And anybody's being stupid around me for all intents and purposes. And that's pretty much how I feel about anything and everybody. Like, you're going to catch this dick and you're going to have to be the catcher, bitch. And I'm going to stick it right in your mouth and I'm going to stick it right in your fucking ass. Like, and that's technically what I'll tell somebody. I go, "Nigga, you act like a bitch right now. How you a bitch with a dick?" And I've told cops this. I've told judges this. I've told anybody this. And I'll tell a woman the same damn thing too. And the sad part about that is being like, there's a way of, the sad part about that, people try to be dicks and it's not natural. When I'm being a dick, it's actually just natural. You can actually tell, like, okay, Tico's a dick. Okay, yeah, Tico's really a dick. He's not pretending at all. This nigga's a dick. Like, he's really a fucking dick. Fuck him. And the sad part about that is I always laugh about stuff like that and I always joke about shit like that when I say something in a live stream or something along the lines of that, because people always say, "Well, Tico, why are you doing this, man? Or why are you doing this?" And I go, and the sad part about that, I always make jokes about being a dick. And I say, well, 9 times out of 10, what's going to happen is I'm going to say something to you. It's going to hurt your feelings. And you're going to say, "Fuck you, Tico. You're an asshole." And that's typically how I feel about it. Like, I actually get a kick out of people telling me I'm a fucking asshole, or I get a kick out of people telling you fuck you, Tico, and I get a kick out of people banning me, not talking to me. Oh, I get a kick out of all this shit. If you ban me from something or kick me out of something, I get a kick out of it. If you don't talk to me, I get a kick out of it. So any woman that gives me the silent treatment, I get a kick out of it. Because like I said in one video, if a woman gives you the silent treatment, every single thing that you want to do, the answer is yes. That's typically how I feel about a woman giving you the silent treatment. If you're a man and you're in a relationship, the minute your woman gives you a silent treatment, anything you want to do is yes. So if your friends call and they want to go out to the club, the answer is yes. You need to ask that bitch because she's keeping her mouth shut. And she should shut the fuck up like she wanted to in the first fucking place. And that's pretty much how I feel about women giving the men silent treatment. Everything's yes. The answer is fucking yes. So if you want to go out with your friends, the answer is yes. Don't even gotta ask the bitch. She quiet, and that's how she should keep her fucking mouth. If she want to ignore you, you can ignore her by going out with your friends. That's technically how I feel. And like, if she got a problem with it, oh, now you want to speak up, bitch. Go back in the house and ignore me like you were before, and tell her how you feel. And the sad part about that is, I'll do this to any fucking body in any fucking relationship, no matter who the fuck they are. Because what you ain't finna do is try to treat me like how you treat other people, and think you're going to get away with the shit. Hell, nigga, I've done it to my grandmother. I've actually once cussed out my grandmother on the phone to the point where she told me, "I am not a fucking bill collector. I will fly over there and beat your fucking ass." And she hung up on me, and I was laughing. I was cracking up laughing, and she called me back. And don't you ask me laughing at me either. She hung up again. And it was the funniest shit in the whole entire world. And I was just busting out laughing the whole entire time because she knew I was going to laugh at her when she hung up. Oh, yeah, it was funny as shit. It was the funniest shit in the world. And don't you be laughing at me either, right? And Susie hung up the first time. I was cracking up. She called me back. She knew I was laughing at her ass. She said, and don't you be laughing at me either. And she hung up on me, and I was busting out laughing. A nigga was on the floor dying for about 10 fucking minutes, and I could not breathe. That's how hard I was laughing. That's how much of a dick I am. And the sad part about that, I get a kick out of that shit. I love that shit. I enjoy that shit. So anything you do to me that seems like a bitch tactic to me, I love it. I enjoy it, and I will get and I will always enjoy it, and I would always get a kick out of it. So if you want to call me out my name, I'm enjoying it because I know I made you my bitch, and you're my prison bitch now. If you kick me out of a server, you're my prison bitch. If you give me the silent treatment, you're my prison bitch. That's pretty much how I look at everybody when they do stupid shit. Like, oh, you don't want to talk to me no more? You're my prison bitch. I just made you my bitch. You're my bitch. And that's technically how I feel about a lot of the stuff that people do. And it's one of those things that I enjoy doing because it actually keeps me happy and it actually lowers my stress. And because I've always said, no matter what makes you happy, no matter if it's detrimental to anybody, no matter if it's detrimental to yourself or anything, as long as it makes you happy, do it and do it fuck big, and enjoy it while you do it, because there's nothing more in life than enjoying yourself and having fun doing it. And that's typically how I always feel about things about bettering yourself, because I'm the least stressed out person in the whole entire world. And the minute you start talking shit on me, I'm going to talk shit on you. And you're not going to like the shit that come out of my mouth. And I don't give a damn if it's being recorded and or on TV and or anywhere, because you're going to catch these verbal hands. It's typically how I feel. And and the sad part about that is people think I'm joking when I say this shit, and I'm deadly serious. I'm serious than a heart attack. I'm more serious than a fucking heart attack, nigga. I'm more serious than a stage 4 cancer patient, nigga. What? We can do this shit like we can do this shit. Like, we can do this shit all fucking day. We can do this shit all day. And the sad part about that is I'm such a fucking dick. I can look the other way if something happens to you. Like, I always talk about, like, the lady that got hit by a car, not paying attention to her phone. I literally stepped over that bitch's body. I literally stepped over her fucking body. I don't give a fuck. And I'll do it again. Like, I will literally do it again. I don't care. I will literally do it again. And the sad part about that is, the more I do something like that, the more I feel good about doing it. And I don't feel bad about it in the least bit. Hell, like I said, when it comes to my daughter Talia, she's a condescending prick. And if I if nobody was paying attention, I would hear her testing her in the fucking bushes. I would get a kick out of that. But the sad part about it, the only reason why I don't do it is because I know my daughter Talia is a spitting image of me. So I would be a hypocrite by doing that to my daughter. and that's the only reason why I don't do it to Talia for all intents and purposes, because she's a spitting image of me, and I'm actually very proud of her. Sometimes, is every now and again she might piss me off, but I'm very proud of her as a girl because I know that when she grows up, she ain't gonna take no fucking shit. She ain't gonna be in no abusive relationships, and she ain't finna be in no fucked up relationship. You gonna have to earn them. You gonna have to earn every bit of thing that you get from her ass because she gonna be a motherfucker when she get married. She gonna be a motherfucker when she get married. Like legit. My daughter Ty is gonna be a motherfucker. And it's like it's one of those things where it's one of those things where like enjoying shit like this is what happened? Would you say if I ever play poker with you, never never piss you off? I just thought that with Mega Man said. Yeah, but like you're a trip. I would never do that to you because I highly doubt you would ever be a dick to me. And if you were, I know it's all in good fun for all of these purposes. Like it's like if I know you're my friend, and you're just it's all in good fun. You're just poking fun at me. We're perfectly fine. But if I know you're just if I'm not cool with you, like anybody that I've got a live stream with or I hang with on YouTube or talk to or call or text, oh, you're perfectly fine. Like y'all niggas is fine. If I don't know you from a can of paint, just know you're gonna catch these verbal hands. Real shit. Just know you're gonna catch these motherfucking verbal hands. Um, and the funny thing about that is I'm not willing to when it comes to games, I'm not willing to play games. You're not gonna be sending me all over the place because they're gonna hear some shit out of my mouth that you're not gonna like. Like, oh, that's that office over there. No, nigga, no, nigga, no, nigga, no, nigga. I'm gonna need you to call each fucking other and straighten this shit out. Because y'all ain't gonna be sending me around looking like a chicken with my fucking head cut off. I told many people that I don't give a damn if it's the county courthouse. I don't give a damn if it's the federal building. The one time I actually got banned from the federal building in Pennsylvania. I got actually kicked out of the state building and the federal building, and I was banned for both of those for life. So I couldn't go back to those buildings at all. So if I needed a driver's license, I was not allowed to go back to those buildings in Pittsburgh. I had to go elsewhere to actually get a driver's license, and I had to go elsewhere to actually get my everything else done under the sun. So like I'm happy that the state building closed because now I can actually go and get my driver's license without fail and my social security card without fail and stuff like that. But when it was open, I was not allowed to go get any of that shit, and I was not allowed to participate in any of the United States shit. So, which makes it funny for the fact that like I was such a dick, they literally banned me from a whole entire fucking building. Like think about that, a whole entire fucking state building I was banned from. And the sad part about that, I'm actually banned from the federal building in Pittsburgh also. So I'm not allowed to go in the federal building unless there's a reasoning for me being in a federal building. Like there legit has to be an actual legit reason for me to go in a federal building, and it has to be a viable reason that they deem necessary for me to be there. Or they'll just talk to me on a Skype call or some shit like that, or a conference call. It's typically how they work out a lot of the shit with me from that federal building. And now that I live in Ohio, I'm actually allowed in the state or federal building. But you know, and if I go to Pittsburgh, I'm not allowed in any of those buildings. And the sad part about the state building ended up closing, so they spread around all the shit that you would need to do all over Pittsburgh. So you don't have to necessarily go to the state building anymore. But yeah, it's just stuff like that I enjoy in life, and I don't care who's on the other side of it. If you're going to be a dick, I don't care if you're a woman. I don't care if you're a grown ass man. I don't care if you're a child. I don't give a damn if I don't give a damn if anything. I don't care. I don't care if you got a gun. I don't care if you got your homeboys with you. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about none of that shit if you're going to be a dick to me. And that's typically how a lot of the shit works. And people always get mad at me when it happens. It's like, well, Tico, you're this. Tico, you're that. Yeah, I know. It's fun. You should try sometimes. You should really try sometimes. And the sad part about that is, what's up, Lord Sos? I didn't even see you. But yeah, judging, and the sad part about that is I use a lot of psychology to determine the person on the other side, what they're willing to do, how far they're willing to go. And I can determine how far I can push this before they either back off or how far I need to go before either they snap or have to like basically show their ass and me being a dick, like me being a dick to them because I really don't care who you are. Like I said, I had a cop pull a gun out on me, and I was just fucking with him I was mainly fucking with him the whole entire time. Oh yeah, you're so brave. Let me tell you, gun in my face. I'm so scared. Oh my god. Oh yeah. How am I gonna look on your body cam, you dumbass, you stupid ass retard? And I went in on it. I was going in on this cop to the point where his partner Actually had to get a clear conscience to go, yeah, this ain't even worth it, pimp. This dude ain't even worth it, pimp. Like just let it go. He ain't even worth it. Let's just let it go. And they both went back to their car. They both went back to their car, and they both wrote me the one that calmed his partner down wrote me, gave me the ticket, and I went on about my merry way. And I go, are y'all quite finished? I'll be going now. And I rolled right off, and the dude looked at me like, you fucker, you ignorant fucker. Like I seen him mouth that shit as I was pulling off. I'll be going now. And I was like, you ignorant fucker. I seen him in the rearview mirror when he was mouthing it off to me, and he's just looking at me like, fucker. It's like, and that's simply how I feel, and I get a kick out of that shit, and it's fun. It's so fucking fun doing it. I don't give a damn if I'm in front of Congress. I don't give a damn if I'm on a TV show and they say you can't swear. If you piss me off, just know you're going to catch these verbal hands. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't give a damn if you're the host of the female host of the fucking View or the fucking Real. You're going to get some real shit. You're going to find out what real really is when you confront me for all intents and purposes. You're going to catch these hands. And if your husbands have a problem with that, they're going to catch these hot ones. That's typically how I feel. You're going to catch these ones and your husband's going to catch these hot ones. I really don't give a damn. And it's typically how I carry myself and how I handle life. Because I've always noticed that, especially in America, when people that are like gun nuts, they'll go, well, you ain't going to come to my house because I got guns. Nigga, I can call up somebody and I can have a fucking drone over your house in an hour. Are you fucking serious? What the fuck a gun going to do for a fucking drone, you retard? And it's stuff like that. Or, nigga, I got an RPG rocket in the fucking trunk. You think I'm fucking scared of your fucking guns with an RPG rocket, you dumbass? You gotta find me first before the RPG rocket come to your fucking living room, you dumb fuck. What you gonna do? Shoot a bullet out of fucking RPG rocket? Oh yeah, that's so smart. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. And that's exactly how I feel about people who are gun nuts. Like, oh, you got guns, I got an RPG rocket. I don't even need to come on your property. I'll destroy your property before you even pull out your gun. What? And that's pretty much how I feel about anything and anybody, anything and anybody in the world. Like it's like, dude, just because you got a gun, that don't mean you're dangerous. Just because you can do all this shit, you got all this ammunition, that don't mean you're dangerous. A nigga will roll up on your house with a fucking mortar and laugh while I'm doing it. Like, don't play with me, nigga. Don't play with me. I can get a mortar really quick. Like, because I've always had the approach. You can talk it out, we can shoot it out. It makes no difference to me. It really makes no difference to me. And the sad part about that is I may not always talk about it, and I may always talk about carrying a knife with me, but a nigga loves a gunfight. A nigga loves a good gunfight. Like, if I can shoot at somebody for a long time and nobody die for the first, 15 minutes of a shootout, I'm happy. A nigga's happy. A nigga's in heaven. Like, I enjoy shootouts. I get a rush from shootouts. I enjoy shootouts. I love shootouts. I love them so fucking much that you realize that this is probably not the nigga that you want to be in a gunfight with, because this type of nigga will drag some shit on and be a dick about it the whole entire time. I love gunfights so much. If I could get an explosive somewhere or something to blow up, I will shoot at it. Or if I will pretty much shoot at you all fucking day until you either give up or quit or run out of ammunition. I would straight do it. And that's typically how I feel about anything. And the sad part about that is it don't matter. It's our numbers. It don't matter if you got more numbers than me. It don't matter. I will make you feel like you're fucking surrounded. If you got it, if you're in a house with a bunch of motherfuckers, I will make you feel like you're surrounded by a bunch of niggas. And that's typically how I make people feel, like they're surrounded. Your house is surrounded, like we got like a whole entire team going in. I would sit there. I would sit there and shoot one RPG rocket through your living room. Walk like 10 paces left. Shoot another RPG rocket. Walk another 20 paces right. Shoot another RPG rocket, and then just unload AK-47 shells on one side of your house, and walk around and shoot another RPG rocket. That's pretty much how I feel about anything. That's pretty much how much I love shooting and gunfights for all intents and purposes. Because at the end of the day, somebody's going to die, and I don't give a damn if it's me or you. Like, I don't give a damn if it's me or you or who's in the house with you. That's pretty much how I feel about any damn thing. And the sad part about that, people don't seem to understand that or get that about me, and they think it's a joke, and then they find out it's really not a joke. It's really not a joke. Like, this nigga will show up at your house with an RPG rocket, or this nigga will have a drone fly over your house, and then call you or text you and be like, "So how do you like your new visitor?" I've actually done that once. So how do you like your new visitor? What visitor? Look outside up in the air. Go look up in the air like, What the fuck is that? That's a drone, nigga. That's a drone. That's really a drone. That's really a drone. That's yeah. It got your name on it if you want to keep it up. And that's pretty much how I feel about people. And that's how far as I'm willing to go. I'm willing to call you or text you on your phone, which I know the NSA is listening to, and tell you that that's your new how do you like your new visitor? Like I don't give a fuck. I don't care. That's legit how much I don't care. Most people will hide the shit or try to get all secretive about the shit. I would be very blatant about the shit. I'm a very blatant person. I'm very blatant. I'm not gonna hide shit. I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't do it. I'm the type of nigga I will shoot somebody in the fucking face, sit down on the curb and wait for the cops to come and be like, sir, what happened here? I shot the motherfucker in the face because he's being a dumbass. You ready to arrest me now? And that's pretty much how I am. Like, I'm not gonna run from this shit. Only time I'm gonna run is if I'm a witness in a crime and you need me to testify on the stand. That's the only time a nigga's running. I'm be the most in the wind motherfucker in the whole entire world. Yeah, I'm gonna be so far in the fucking wind, you're gonna have to spend excessive amount of taxpayer dollars to find my black ass just to testify on a fucking stand against somebody that you want to take to court. That's pretty much how I am. Like, I'm willing to actually waste your money and your time by running away like I did the actual crime. If I actually do the actual crime, I'll sit there and wait for you to show up. If I don't do the crime and I'm a witness to the crime, I'm being the win. I'm literally going to be in the win. And that's pretty much how I feel about anything because I don't feel like doing shit. I don't have to do shit, and I don't feel like doing shit. And that's pretty much how I feel like. That's pretty much how I feel like doing. If it's a waste of my time, I don't feel like doing shit. Another good example of being a dick is jury duty. I don't know if any of y'all had ever had to do jury duty or got a letter to do jury duty. Here's what I do. Oh, we're going to be doing these cases. What do you think about this case? That bitch is guilty. That motherfucking bitch is guilty. That bitch is guilty. And they'll be like, oh yeah, we can't have you on the stand. You got to get going. And like, I'll be so blatantly like I'll be a jackass to every single thing that they bring in front of my face to the point where if they call me to be for jury duty, I'm being ass. I'm being ass on this. I'm gonna show my ass on the. I'm gonna show my ass at court. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna show my ass at court. They always dismiss me and they always send me home. What do you think of this person? That bitch shouldn't have did what she did. That's what she get. She's probably guilty. She deserves a fucking death penalty or the electric chair. And this is exactly what I'll say to somebody. And they go, well, you gotta be biased. I don't give a fuck about being biased. That bitch is guilty. That bitch is guilty. And I don't care who it is. And it's like it could be a man, a woman, it could be anybody. I'm gonna say they're guilty, and I'm gonna say they deserve the electric chair or the firing squad. That's pretty much how I feel about anything or having to participate in that anything that the government want to try to make you do or try to make you feel, try to shame you into doing. Like, oh, well, you're a citizen of the United States, you should want to be in a jury duty. Oh no, bitch, I don't have to be in a jury duty. I don't want to be in a jury duty. If you want me in a jury duty, I'm being contempt of court more than a fucking criminal is. So I'm gonna cuss people out. Wait. So you got me here on this dumb shit with this dumb shit lawyer asking these same dumbass questions over again. Well, sir, sit down. No, fuck this shit. Quit asking the same fucking question and move on. Like, they're going to either, if I do get on the jury, they're going to have to kick me off the jury, and if I find another juror, and it's going to be a hung trial because I'm a dick. I'm that much of a dick. I'll get kicked off the jury and make it a hung trial. That's pretty much how I feel. Like, no, you're not. No. And I've done that multiple times, and like I've actually yelled in court, no, quit asking the same fucking dumb question, you dumb fuck. Sir, silence in the court. Fuck you. He keeps asking the same fucking question. Sir, you're going to be in contempt of court. Fuck you. Go right out in the handcuffs. Just be smiling like, like, I don't care. And that's exactly how I feel. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'd be acting straight full in court. Like, I don't give a damn. If you're going to drag the shit on and I think it could go faster, I'm going to be a dick. I'm going to be a fucking grade A asshole to you if I think the shit could go faster. Thank you, Greg, man, and thank you, a manly load. And I'm willing to go as far as you're willing to go, and I'm willing to go even further than what you're willing to go. And I'm willing to go even as far as to go to jail for over the shit because I don't care. Because I look at it like this: if I'm in jail, I can go to sleep all day. And y'all know my favorite pastime. A nigga loves sleep. I ain't got no responsibilities. A nigga go to sleep all day. Oh, don't, like I said, don't tease me with a fucking good time because I'll go to sleep on you in a heartbeat. I'll sleep my whole entire jail sentence away. Stop playing. A nigga will only wake up for dinner probably once a week, or wake up for a meal once a week, and the nigga will be asleep the whole entire fucking time. Like legit, like that's how much of a dick I am. Like I'm willing to actually take that. I'm willing to actually take that chance. And the sad part about that, I was laughing with somebody the other day. Matter of fact, I was joking with MGTOW Life about motorcycle riding because he was telling me something that happened tragically, something that happened with a brother, with his brother, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Like, see, that wouldn't even be me. I see. This is why I don't ride motorcycles no more because I know my black ass will be on some evil Knievel shit. My bike will be all fucked up. I'd be in a guardrail, going off the fucking in a ravine some damn where, like, and I would hide the fact that I was in an accident. And I go buy a new bike or replace the bike that I actually destroyed. Because I'm not fin to admit that I got fucked up on a bicycle, on a motorcycle for all intents and purposes. And that's pretty much how I feel about anything and everything that like that. And the sad part about that is when and the sad part about that is it's very fun to me to do this shit. And it's very fun to and it's very fun to do this shit. What's up, uh double I? And it's very fun to just do this shit and it makes me feel good when I do this shit. And it's funny to the extent where when I do it, it's one of those things where like you don't know how it's going to pan out with me. You don't know what you're going to get with me when it actually takes place. And it's one of those things where it's like, well, it's Tico, so it was bound to happen. It's like you can't be mad at him for being himself. I mean, you can, but what the fuck can you do? It's Tico. And it's typically how a lot of people actually approach me and tend to deal with me. It's fucking Tico. It's fucking Tico. What? What do you want me to say? It's fucking Tico. And that's pretty much how a lot of people deal with me or approach me for all intents and purposes. It's like one of those things where like, well, that was bound to happen. Why aren't you gonna do something about it? It's fucking Tico. It's fucking Tico. Like, what do you want me to say? He's like that. He told you he was like that. Would you think he was fucking joking about that? And that's pretty much how people always handle situations with me. Let it be anybody, family member, or a friend, or customer, or anybody like that. If you're going to be a dick to me, just know I'm going to be a dick to you, and I don't care how this pretty much goes down. I want to visit the. I want to visit the Rios compound. Definitely, anytime, bro. Anytime, bro. Anytime. Anytime, bro. Anytime. But like, it's just one of those things where like, it's one of those things where it's like you can't do stuff to me and expect me not to respond to you in a manner that you think is wrong. Like it's not wrong to me. I think it's perfectly fine, and I don't care about it because people will say, "Well, right from wrong, Tika." No, I don't care. It's right for me. It might not be. It might not feel right for you that I'm doing it to you, but it's right for me. It's right for me, and that's typically how I feel about a lot of this stuff and stuff like that. But I'm gonna take a break and start going through some of these damn comments because the niggas behind on some of these fucking comments. So, just in case the stream don't want to upload some of this shit, you know, because I noticed that there's comments that are shown that sometimes don't get shown in the comment section of the actual YouTube stream that actually show up on my thing. So I like to show them because YouTube's being dicks. So I like to go through all the comments and make sure they all show up on my screen so everybody can feel like, they didn't get robbed because YouTube will rob you, but StreamYards will let you go. Um, but yeah, it's typically stuff like that. And it's like, it's all about how you enjoy life and how you do things. And you got to enjoy life to the fullest. It don't matter how you got to do it. You just got to do it. You just got to do it fucking big. And if you can't do that, you're going to live a life of misery. And if you got to live a life of misery, why fucking live? Like, really, why the fuck live? Like, you might as well just off yourself at that point. Like, I mean, I don't really normally condone suicide, but if you're going to live a miserable life, you might as well just off yourself. Like, real shit. You're not going to try to improve your life or do better by yourself. You legit might as well. And the sad part about that, that's probably savage coming from somebody in the medical field that's done some psychology, but it's true. Like, if you're going to be a miserable wretch, you might as well not even live. You're a waste of skin. You're a waste of life. You're a waste of you're pretty much taking up care that somebody else that would love life can actually take up. And that's pretty much how I feel about it. If you really want to die that much, why don't you just die? Because like I said, I enjoy life. I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't care where I am at. I don't give a fuck if it's a war-torn country. I'm going to enjoy my life no matter what. Um, And it's pretty much what it is. And like, you can't stop me from being happy. You can stop me from doing without anything under the sun, like physically, but you'll never stop me from being fucking happy. That's pretty much how it is. Like, you're not gonna ever stop me from being happy. And like, you can't stop somebody's happiness when they're happy. You can't stop it. It's just impossible to stop being somebody from being happy. And you can't just you and it's one of those things where it's like, it's funny. It's funny how like people always want to try to, put you in a box or try to control you. And the sad part about them then controlling you ends up backfiring in their face, because it don't matter where you are, you're going to make the best of it. And that's typically what I try to tell people. It doesn't matter. Make the best of it. Make the best of it and do better by yourself and try to make the best of yourself and try to maintain your sanity in the process. Because I know, and I've been called insane, but I was like, no, I'm not insane. At your, I'm happy at your downfall. Like, I'm happy because you were addicted to me, and you're now you're suffering. Like, well, that's the sign of a sociopath. I go, well, yeah, you call it what you want, but I'm still happy. Like, it's like, well, obviously, if you're happy about this, you're a psychopath. Yeah, I'll take that too. Thank you very much. Don't you don't have to compliment me, because I'm a nigga's got to take you out to dinner and shit like that. Keep complimenting a nigga like this. And that's pretty much how I feel about people who try to lob insults at me, or try to say that something is wrong that I'm actually doing this, or they're trying to say that I'm a psychopath, or I'm a sociopath, or anything along the lines of that. And that's pretty much what it is. I'll laugh at any fucking thing, and I have a very dark sense of humor, like True Sherm said, when it comes down to it. And I really do. And it's like, it's funny to hear from somebody else's mouth, especially when it comes to True Sherm, when he actually try to actually explain me to somebody else in his streams, or explain my personality in a stream for all intents and purposes. And it's actually pretty funny. It's always dead on when he actually does it. Like, I think the first time he did it, he said, Tico just strikes me as the type of person that expects you to carry your own weight. There's no relaxing with Tico. You got to carry your own weight. That was the first time he actually made a made an accurate analysis of me. Then another analysis he made of me, he goes, I got a dark sense of humor, but Tico's sense of humor is way darker than mine. And like, it's stuff like that that you tend to learn more about me through other people when it comes down to it. And like, and it makes for a fun thing when people try to describe me to other people, or tell them like, yeah, don't fuck with him. He's an asshole. He's and he enjoys being an asshole to people. So don't really fuck with him, because he's going to be an asshole. And the sad part about that is, at the end of the day, what you want is happiness. No matter how you got to get it, you want fucking happiness. And it don't matter how you got to get it. It doesn't matter. I mean, there's lines that you shouldn't cross to get the happiness, but if you can stay within your boundaries without really committing a crime, an actual crime, then do it. If you got to piss somebody off, you got to make somebody cry, do it. If you got to make a judge recuse himself, or if you got to make a judge cry, or you got to make a judge quit, or you got to make somebody quit their job, period, because you're an asshole to them, do it. It's technically how I feel about it, because my happiness matters. My happiness always is above everybody else's happiness. I don't give a fuck if you're my significant other. I don't give a fuck if you're my children. I don't give a fuck if you're my grandma. I don't give a fuck if you're my mom, my sister, the pope, the bishop, the rabbi, the priest. I don't give a fuck. The president of the United States. My happiness comes above all. At the end of the fucking day, I'm always going to find a way to make myself fucking happy. And if you can't do that, then you got to work on yourself. And if somebody tells you that it's wrong that you're happy in any given situation, tell them you're just mad because you can't be happy like me. And that's pretty much all it really is. They're jealous of your happiness because they would never be as happy as you would ever be. Because like I say, misery loves company. Misery really does love company. And the sad part about that is, if you could get joy out of somebody trying to make you miserable, do it. If you can get joy out of hurting somebody's feelings, do it. If you can get joy, and this is usually people that are being dicks to you. I'm not saying going out there and just be a dick to everybody that's not a dick to you. Only do it to the motherfuckers that's being dicks to you. Only time I'll stress ever doing it is, if somebody's being a dick to you, you return the favor. That's typically how that works. And that's pretty much how I am. And the sad part about that is, like I said, I get a kick out of being kicked out of stuff. I'm shit. I talk about being kicked out of stuff all the time. I've been kicked off of dating apps. I've been kicked out of federal buildings. I've been kicked out of state buildings. I've been kicked out of whole entire townships. A nigga got kicked out of a whole entire township. Think about that shit. I've been kicked out of whole entire townships in the United States. Like, they literally tell me, nigga, if you ever come back here, we're going to arrest your ass for trespassing. Like, think about that. I'm trespassing in a township that's public property. If I ever step foot in their township, I'm going to be arrested for trespassing. Think about that shit. Think about how far I've actually went to actually be kicked out of a whole entire township, to be told by the police officers and a magistrate that if I ever step foot in their township, they're going to arrest me for trespassing. And I love that. Like, well, that's not funny. You shouldn't be happy about getting kicked out of a whole entire township. Well, I think it's stupid, and I think you're a retard for kicking me out of a whole entire township. I do business here, and if I don't do business here, your business is going to go down. Your township is going to go down, for all intents and purposes. Because without me, your township ain't shit. And the sad part about that is half the time that's true, and sometimes it takes a while for their township to pretty much suffer and go downhill. What's up, Lorsos, and what's up, New Era MGTOW Monk? And the thing that people don't seem to get about me, or don't seem to understand about me, is, dude, I really do get a kick out of this. Like, I enjoy every minute of this. I'm laughing my ass off. And the sad part about that, when I say I was laughing so hard that I couldn't do anything because I couldn't breathe, a nigga was legit laughing that hard and could not breathe doing so, because that's the type of person I am. And that's the way you should live your fucking life. Enjoy every bit of your life, enjoy every aspect of your life, and enjoy every moment of your fucking life to the fullest. That's all that fucking matters. That's all that would ever matter. And the minute you learn that shit, the better off you'll be as human beings in this whole entire fucking world, no matter what the fuck is going on around you. Because at the end of the day, it don't matter if bombs fall around you. It don't matter if you're getting arrested. It don't matter if you're taken to a FEMA camp. As long as you're happy and you can make the best of your fucking life, that's all that fucking matters in this fucking world, because they can never break your fucking spirit. And that's all that fucking matters, and that's all I want to teach, man, is to never, ever, ever let some motherfucker break your motherfucking spirit, and keep on driving on and keep on keeping on. And that's all that fucking matters, as long as your spirit's intact, as long as you're motherfucking happy, as long as you can laugh at the shit that's going on around you, as long as you can smile and be like the fucking Joker and have chaos all around you and be happy about the chaos all around you. That's all that fucking matters in this fucking world, is your fucking self. Because at the end of the day, you cannot take that shit from you, no matter what the fuck they do, and you're the biggest threat to them the minute you can have fun, no matter what the fuck is going on around you. That's all that fucking matters, is your own happiness. And the minute y'all figure this shit out, and the minute y'all fan this shit out, the better off y'all fucking be as human beings. And the sad part about that is, sometimes you have to be fucking selfish. You have to get joy out of everything. You have to, hell, I get joy out of my children falling. I get joy out of the cartel princess falling. I get joy out of my grandma falling. I get joy out of my grandma that sits falling. I got joy when my mother fell to one time on some ice. Like, a nigga laughed so fucking hard, he literally had to I literally laid down on the ice next to her and laughed in her fucking face. That's how funny that shit was to me. I literally laid down and laughed in my mother's face after she slipped and fell on some fucking ice. But she's being a dick that day, and I found it really funny. And that's pretty much all it really is. Like, I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm going to find it funny. If I laugh at my mom, what the fuck you think I'm going to do to you? If I laugh at my old ass grandma, what the fuck you think I'm going to do to you? And, like, think about that shit. Like, I don't care. I don't care. If it's funny, it's funny to me. If it ain't funny, I'm going to make that shit funny. It's like, make the best of your fucking life in any fucking situation, no matter where the fuck you are in this world, no matter how fucking bad your life is. Make the best of your fucking life, because nobody can take that shit from you. It's all emanated from you, and it's all coming from you. And it's kind of hard to take some shit. You can take shit physically from a person, but you can't take shit mentally or emotionally from a person, for all intents and purposes, as long as you're strong-willed and you can stay strong within your own self. Be happy, and be happy doing what you do. And if you have to be a dick, be happy being a dick. If you have to be an asshole, be happy being an asshole. If you have to do anything, be happy doing it. And if you're going to be a criminal, be a fucking honest criminal. Y'all have a good one. I love this stream. This was the most joyful stream I've ever done. I had so much fun doing the stream. It was fun. But y'all be blessed. Take care of yourselves. Remember, always try to make yourself happy. Always try to make yourself the best version of yourselves. Always try to do better by yourself, and sometimes be fucking selfish with yourself. Because at the end of the day, It's all about your fucking happiness, no matter what the fuck is going on around you, no matter what your obligations are, no matter what the fuck your supervisor says, your judge says, the fucking president of the United States says, your governor says. It's all about being a better version of yourself and enjoying your fucking life to the fucking fullest. If you can't do that, then there's no point of you fucking living. Real shit. Just do it. Just fucking do it. Have fun and enjoy fucking doing it. That's pretty much how I feel. So if you can't do that, find some way to make yourself happy. Find some way to actually make it so, put it in fruition and do it. Find something that makes you happy. Always find something that makes you happy. But I done held y'all niggas hostage enough. Y'all niggas have a good day. Be good to yourself. Fight the good fight. Battle on. Live long to get your party on, basically. That's how you treat life. Live long to get your party on. Y'all be blessed. Treat yourselves like milk. Do not but spoil yourselves. Peace out, my niggas. Adios.